Hey guys, welcome back to the purple half of Charma. I'm Karma and I'm going to be talking a bit about the new killer, the Cenobite, as well as his 3 teachable perks. I personally have never watched the Hellraiser movies, and all I even really know about Pinhead is that he's got, pins on his head. And also a little box thingamajig thingy. So I'm obviously not as hyped as other people who are already familiar with the movies, but I can say that I've quite enjoyed playing him in the PTB so far. He's honestly a very fun killer to play as, and even to play against, which definitely surprised me. Anyways, let's get into my first match so I can show you guys what I mean. Any second now. Just a little bit longer. And... oh thank God. So, Pinhead's power is called Summons of Pain, and it's basically like Deathslinger's power, only you are the chain. Press the power button to shift your view to wherever the blue marker is, and then pressing M1 will summon a chain that you can control. If you hit a survivor with it, it will bind them, making them unable to sprint or perform fast actions. A bound survivor can break out of the binds by holding M1. In theory, this seemed kinda OP to me, but survivors can break free relatively quickly, making you lose quite a bit of distance on them. It's better suited for shutting down loops and TLs, since they'll be unable to fast vault for a short time. It took me about half my first match to figure out how the hell to even use this dude's ability, so I just spent most of my time being shit and doing a whole lot of nothing. But once I finally got the hang of it, nothing really happened, I was still shit. Moving on. For the next part of Pinhead's power, we have the Lament Configuration. It's his little box thingamajig thingy that will spawn randomly and occasionally summon chains around the map to hunt down nearby survivors. Survivors can pick up the box, ending the chain hunt, but causing them to not only be oblivious as long as they hold it, but also be the sole victim of the randomly spawning chains. You do get to enjoy a very cute, albeit creepy, music box theme in the meantime though. If they choose to solve the configuration, Pinhead will get a notification similar to Pyramid Head's Killer Instinct, and allow him to teleport to the location of said survivor, chaining them down for a few short seconds while he channels the teleport and says his famous quote.
You opened the box. I came.
A fun thing I noticed is that although every survivor hears the first part of the quote, "You opened the box," regardless of where they are on the map, only the survivors near the Lament configuration that is currently being solved can actually hear the "I came" part right before Pinhead fully materializes in front of them. I do quite like this detail. Alternatively, if Pinhead picks up the box, a chain hunt immediately starts and all survivors are bound by chains, making them scream and revealing their locations. Every time the Lament configuration is used, it will spawn in a new location after a few seconds, making a map-wide sound. And survivors will always be able to see its aura. So, that's it for his power. It's honestly a decently refreshing gameplay experience, but it's hella frustrating because I can't aim for shit.
Nope.
Now, onto his perks. His 3 teachable perks are Deadlock, Hex Plaything, and Scourge Hook Gift of Pain. Deadlock is pretty straightforward. Once a generator is fully repaired, the entity blocks the generator with the most progress for 30 seconds, and Pinhead can see its location during this time. I found this perk to be quite useful since when I first started I had 0 gen regression on the account of only having like 2 perk slots, so it was nice to know where I had to beeline the second I stopped seeing the aura. I'm not entirely sure how well this will work in combination with other gen regressing perks, but I do know it'll go perfectly with Pop since it'll allow you to make the best use of it when available. Hex Plaything makes you curse the first time you are hooked, causing you to become oblivious and spawning a hex on a random dull totem. In order to remove the oblivious status effect, you have to cleanse said hex. The problem is that during the first minute and a half, the cursed survivor is the only one who can cleanse this hex. Thankfully, the aura of the hex is revealed to them within 16 meters of it. This hex would not be a very good addition to any build that includes other hexes, since it requires a total of 4 dull totems to do its job fully. But after running it, I did manage to get a nice amount of surprise hits on oblivious survivors. I could see this becoming a meta perk for killers like Myers or Ghosty, who do their best when they aren't seen or heard. Finally, we have Scourge Hook, Gift of Pain, which makes 4 random hooks turn into Scourge Hooks. Whenever a survivor is unhooked from one of these, they suffer from the hemorrhage and mangled status effects until healed. After being healed, the survivor will suffer a 9% penalty to healing and repairing until injured again. This one I think is the most interesting of the 3, since it can not only slow down your healing like Sloppy Butcher does, but it will also slow down your repairs and heals afterwards as well, hindering progress just a little bit more. I will say that Pinhead does seem to be quite fun, and he's definitely a harder killer to master, but with a few tweaks here and there, I think he could be one of the better killers, and that is simply my humblest of opinions. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like the video and let us know in the comments what you think of the new killer. Have you played the PTB? And if so, how has your experience been so far? We'd love to hear from you. See you guys next time!